Rama, Hare Hare. So today we will read a verse from, I thought, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and this comes in Srimad Bhagavatam also. So I'll project it on the screen. It's a very famous verse. You've heard this verse, Krishna Varnam Tvisha Krishnam. Okay. So what I will do is 2342. Go to it's coming. It's not coming. Purmya Vishiri. 20, 30, 42. So we're reading from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, 20th chapter, 342 shloka. Okay. Yes. You can read. சரி ஒரு இடத்துல உட்காரு. Don't keep on running or dancing. Okay, just sit down in one place. Okay. Krishnavarnam Tvisha Krishnam Sangopangastra Parshadam Yajnai Sankirtana Prayaihi Yajantihi Sumedhasaha Krishnavarnam Tvisha Krishnam Sangopangastra Parshadam Yajnai Sankirtana Prayaihi Yajantihi Sumedhasaha. Someone to read. Krishnavarnam Tvisha Krishnam Sangopangastra Parshadam Sangopangastra Parshadam Yajnai Sankirtana Prayaihi Sadantihi Sumedhasaha. Yes. Yajantihi Sumedhasaha. Krishnavarnam Tvisha Krishnam Sangopangastra Parshadam Yajnai Sankirtana Prayaihi Yajantihi Sumedhasaha. Okay. Krishnavarnam Tvisha Krishnam Sangopangastra Parshadam Yajnai Sankirtana Prayaihi Yajantihi Sumedhasaha. One second. Okay. Krishna Varnam. Repeating the syllables Krishna. Repeating the words, repeating the syllables Krishna. Repeating the syllables Krishna. Tvisha with a luster. Akrishnam, not black but golden. Saanga, along with associates. Upanga, servitors. Astra, weapons. Parshadam, confidential companions. Yajnaihi, by sacrifice. Sankirtana Prayaihi, consisting chiefly of congregational chanting. Yajanti, they worship. He, certainly. Sumedhasaha, intelligent persons. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Abhay Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Does someone read the translation?
In the age of Kali, intelligent persons perform congregational chanting to worship the incarnation of Godhead who constantly sings the names of Krishna. Although his complexion is not blackish, he is Krishna himself. He is accompanied by his associates, servants, weapons, and confidential companions.
Sorry, the purport is a long purport, I think, but worth reading. Yes.
Is the same exact purport from Bhagavatam also, Prabhu?
So I went to Bhagavatam thinking the purport will be there, and that Bhagavatam is referencing the purport because it's 11th canto.
Purport also, Bhagavatam, 11.532.
Yeah, but the 11.532 is the one I'm taking. So this is Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam 11.532. Okay, so if I say Adi Lila 3 verse 52 also has it. But anyway, so you can read from here. So read from here the purport. This text, yeah, Srila Jiva Goswami. Yeah, Srila Jiva Goswami. Sorry.
Srila Jiva Goswami has explained this verse in his commentary on the Bhagavatam, known as the
Krama Sandarbha.
wherein he says that Lord Krishna also appears with a golden complexion. That golden Lord Krishna is Lord Chaitanya, who is worshipped by intelligent men in this age. That is confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam by Garga Muni, who said that although the child Krishna was blackish, he also appears in three other colors, red, white, and yellow. He exhibited his white and red complexions in the Satya and Treta ages respectively. He did not exhibit the remaining color yellow gold until he appeared as Lord Chaitanya, who is known as Gaurahari.
Srila Jiva Goswami explains that Krishna Varna means Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Krishna Varna and Krishna Chaitanya are equivalent. The name Krishna appears with both Lord Krishna and Lord Chaitanya. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but he always engages in describing Krishna, thus enjoying transcendental bliss by chanting and remembering his name and form. Lord Krishna himself appears as Lord Chaitanya to preach the highest gospel. Varnayati.
Varnayati.
Varnayati means utters or describes Lord Chaitanya always.
Elada. Varnayati means utters or describes. Lord Chaitanya always stands the holy name of Krishna.
And Krishna and describes it also. And because he is Krishna himself, whoever meets him will automatically chant the holy name of Krishna and later describe it to others. He injects one with transcendental Krishna consciousness, which merges the chanter in transcendental bliss.
Haribo.
In all respects, therefore he appears before everyone as Krishna, either by personality or by sound. Simply by seeing Lord Chaitanya, one at once remembers Lord Krishna. One may therefore accept him as Vishnu Tattva.
In other words,
Lord Chaitanya is Lord Krishna himself.
Sangopangastra Parsadam further indicates that Lord Chaitanya is Lord Krishna. His body is always decorated with ornaments of sandalwood and with sandalwood paste. By his super excellent beauty, he subdues all the people of the age. In other descents, the Lord sometimes used weapons to defeat the demoniac, but in this age, Lord subdues them with his all attractive figure as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Srila Jiva Goswami explains that his beauty is his astra or weapon to subdue the demons. Because he is all attractive, it is to be understood that all demigods lived with him as his companions. His acts were uncommon and his associates wonderful. When he propagated the Sankirtana movement, he attracted many great scholars and acharyas, especially in Bengal and Orissa. Lord Chaitanya is always accompanied by his best associates like Lord Nityananda, Advaita, Gadadhara, and Srivasada.
Srila Jiva Goswami cites a verse from the Vedic literature that says that there is no necessity of performing sacrificial demonstrations or ceremonial functions. He comments that instead of engaging in such external pompous exhibitions, all people, regardless of caste, color, or creed, can assemble together and chant Hare Krishna to worship Lord Chaitanya. Krishna Varnam Trisha Krishna. Srimad Bhagavad 11.5.32 indicates that prominence should be given to the name Krishna. Lord Chaitanya taught Krishna consciousness and chanted the name of Krishna. Therefore, to worship Lord Chaitanya, everyone should together chant the Mahamantra Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
To propagate worship in churches, temples, or mosques is not possible because people have lost interest in that. But anywhere and everywhere, people can chant Hare Krishna. Thus, worshipping Lord Chaitanya, they can perform the highest activity and fulfill the highest religious purpose of satisfying the Supreme Lord.
Shri-
You go, Jai Prabhu.
Srila Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, famous disciple of Lord Chaitanya, said the principle of transcendental devotion service having been lost, Sri Krishna Chaitanya has appeared again to deliver the process of devotion. He is so kind that he is distributing the love of Krishna. Everyone therefore should be attracted more and more to his lotus feet as humming bees are attracted to a lotus flower.
The incarnation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also described in Sri Vishnu Sahasranam, which appears in chapter 189 of Dana Dharma Parva of Mahabharata. Srila Jiva Goswami has quoted this reference as follows.
Suvarna Varno Hemango
Varanga
Varangas Chandanangadi.
Varangas Chandanangadi. In his early pastimes, he appears as a householder with a golden complexion. His limbs are beautiful and his body smeared with the pulp of sandalwood seems like molten gold. He has also quoted
Sanyasa Krit Shamashantaha Nishtha Shanti Parayanaha.
in his later pastimes he accepts the sannyasa order and he is epoised and peaceful. He is the highest abode of peace and devotion, for he silences the impersonalist
Devotees. Okay, thank you. Mukham karoti vachalam pangum lange degirim yat kripadamham vande Shri Gurum Deenatarinam Paramanandamadhavam Shri Chaitanya Vishwaram Shri Hari Om Tat Sat. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So it's a very it's a very auspicious time where we are trying to discuss the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his goal of appearance. Why did he appear? So Krishna consciousness is very simple and sublime. That is Mahaprabhu's presentation. Krishna is very simple. He is not very complex dressed, right? Vishnu is little opulent, but Krishna is very simple. He just wears like a peacock feather, like a gunja garland. Very, very simple. And seeing that simplicity of Krishna, everyone used to go mad. Like Radharani, whenever she saw a peacock feather anywhere, she would go mad. And whether she saw conch shells, Krishna's not there. But whenever she saw this conch shells garland, so Krishna's garland is made of gunja. Gunja means conch shells. Garland made of conch shells. So Krishna is like, whatever you find in the forest, that's what Krishna wears. So whenever Radharani saw gunja garland, she used to go like, she'll remember Krishna. Right? And whenever she saw peacock feather, she'll go mad. So whenever she saw any articles that Krishna used to wear, like a peacock feather or a gunja or like a forest garland or anything, or even sometimes deers, right? It's because Krishna usually, on the banks of Yamuna, there are a lot of deers. So in this way, anything will always remind Radhika of Krishna. So the reason I'm mentioning this is Krishna by nature is very simple, and the process he established, he wants to establish to know Krishna must also be very simple, is it not? Right? To understand the simplest person, the process also should be very simple. Right? If the process is very complex, then that doesn't do justice. Correct? So the process to understand Krishna is also bhakti. How is bhakti done? How did Advaita Acharya do bhakti? What did we see yesterday? Tulasi dara matrena jalasya churukena va. Just take a handful of water and then offer tulasi to it and then offer to Hari. Right? So vikrinate swamatvanam bhaktebhyo bhaktavatsalaha. Right? So it's very, very simple to please Krishna. It's very simple, but very deep, very sublime, gardham, very, very deep. So, and the way to actually perform bhakti was established by the most simplest incarnation, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What did he do? Simply chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That is all there is to religion. And if you understand this, if you simply chant this mantra, and one might not even be, Mahaprabhu says in like Chaitanya Charitamrita, even one might not wait for performing any purificatory ceremonies. Purascharya. Purascharya means samskaras. There are Vaidika samskaram, Smarta, Shrauta samskaram, and there is Pancharatriki samskaram. Shrauta, Smarta samskaram is what we see, Garbhadhanam, Seemantonayanam. These are Pumsavanam, Karna Chudam, Chuda Karanam, I'm sorry. So in this way, different samskaras, Upanayanam, Vivaham, ending with Antyeshti, these are all Shrauta, Smarta samskaram. So these are all there to naturally purify the individual. Gradually, little by little. But even more immediate is Pancharatriki samskaram, just like we are offering initiation. The initiation is a Pancharatriki based initiation. Pancharatriki vidhim bina. So, Dvijatvam jayate nrinam. Hari, sit down properly. Pancharatriki vidhim bina, aikantiki hare bhakti utpada yeva kalpayate. That is one this thing. And tatha diksha vidhanena dvijatvam jayate nrinam. So, the diksha we are offering is Pancharatriki based. Because Vaidika Diksha is also based on your birth. If you are born in a bad family, then Vaidika Diksha will not work. So usually it says, okay, you just do your Varna Ashrama, go ahead. So Pancharatriki Diksha doesn't matter. You give Pancha Samskaram. 5 samskaras. Samskara means again a purificatory ceremony, some ritual. Urdhva Pundram is one samskara. In 5 samskaras, Urdhva Pundram. And then Namam, the name of that is given to you. So now I was known as, say, Mickey. So Mickey becomes Madhava Das. Right? So this is one of the samskaras. Right? Say I'm known as Mickey. So Mickey is not a very good name. Right? So Mickey is known as Madhava Das. So this is one of the, like a samskaram, right? Because you are instead of identifying yourself as a Mickey, right? You understand, I am a dasa of Madhava, right? So this is one of the samskaras. So another samskara is that Thapam, right? So another as Mantram. So in this way there are 5 samskaras, Pancha samskaram. Thapa is we usually have Tilakam. It is one of the samskaras. And then Namam. So like that. And then Mantram. We are given the mantra during the name, during the time of Pancha Samskara. So in this way, there are 5 samskaras, which is Pancharatriki. And the other samskaras is where, you don't have to wait for anything, which is Bhagavata based, where you don't wait for anything. Immediately you deliver, which is by the chanting of the holy name. Chanting of the holy name. So any one person, a normal person, there are so many people who are not getting initiated. Right? So no, many of you you're not initiated. But still you make advancement. Why? Because you're chanting the holy name of the Lord under the shelter of a devotee. It's not that only after initiation you make advancement. Before initiation also you're making advancement. But after initiation you make more advancement easily because you're having the formal shelter of a pure devotee. Right? But if you're accepting the shelter of a pure devotee in your heart and you chant the holy name, you'll make as much advancement. That is definitely there. So anyway, I'm not going to go into the intricacies of initiation right now. But the point is that this Harinam Mahaprabhu is whatever he gave is something very simple. And that simple method will reveal the all simple Lord within your heart. The simple Lord with the peacock feather, right? With the flute in his hand. Very, very simple Lord. Very, very simple. Not revealed to the crooked. Not revealed to the crooked. That simple Lord is revealed by chanting of the holy name. When the sincere chanter chants it properly. You see? So, so we were reading this verse. Krishna Varnam Tusha Krishnam Sango Pangastra Parshadam. So, it's not coming. So, Krishna Varnam. So, Krishnam Varnayati. And he's describing this love for Krishna. Love for Krishna. So, when he's saying the process is very simple, someone has to inaugurate it. And who inaugurates it? Krishna himself in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And what does he do? Krishnam Varnayati. He constantly describes Krishna. He constantly describes Krishna. Krishnam Sada Varnayati. So much so that he could not run his Pathshala. He was doing as Nimai Pandit. He is Nimai Pandit. He was a great Nayayika. What do you say? With a great command over Nyaya. Great Naipunyam. Nipunam. Nipuna means very expert. Great Naipunyam. So everyone was coming to his Pathshala. Nimai Pathshala. Everyone was coming to that Pathshala. After he came from Gaya, that business had to be closed. Why? Sada Krishnam Varnayati. Always chanting the holy name of Krishna has become mad. Become mad. What to do now? So his business had to be closed. He did not want to close it. They all went away. They thought, this person, we wanted to learn Vyakarana Shastram from this person, but he's constantly chanting the names of Hari, Krishna. So instead of speaking about Panini's Ashtadhyayi, Vyakaranam, basically you teach someone grammar to Panini's Ashtadhyayi. You have to learn the rules. If this and this word comes here, then this word becomes this. It has to be, it gets this meaning. So like we say, there are many rules. I mean, I've not learned, I don't even know the ABC of Ashtadhyayi. So I cannot even say this is how Panini's Ashtadhyayi looks. I don't even know. But I'm just saying there are rules. Like one rule I know is that there is how Narayana, the word forms. So actually it's Narayanam. So it's Ayanam and Nara. But because something and something joins, so the Narayanam becomes Narayana. Na. Like da 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 na. That na comes. Actually the root word actually only has Ayanam. Da 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 na. But the way it is being combined, it becomes Narayana. And it becomes a very specific now. It cannot be used to denote anyone generally. So you cannot say anyone who is the shelter of the Nara becomes Narayanam. Like we say Shiva can be used to denote anyone who is auspicious. Like if there is a word like Shiva in the Shastra, it can be used to even denote Hari because he's also auspicious. But Narayana cannot be used like that in that context because it has the na. So it becomes very specific. So like that there are many rules. So, so in this way, everyone learns Ashtadhyayi in their formative years. Any Brahmana has to learn Ashtadhyayi. Any Brahmana has to learn some basic Nyaya, some basic Tarka, some basic Kavya. All this a person has to learn. So all Brahmanas used to come to Mahaprabhu Nimai Pandit at that point of time. Actually, everyone used to call in even after he became Mahaprabhu, everyone used to call him Prabhu. So there were Dui Prabhus and there is one Mahaprabhu. Dui Prabhus. Anyone knows who's the Dui Prabhu? Yeah, there are two Prabhus. In the movement of Chaitanya Prabhus, there are two Prabhus. One is Nityananda Prabhu, another is Advaita Prabhu. Advaita Prabhu. So there are Dui Prabhus and there is one Mahaprabhu. But though it is the case, everyone used to call Mahaprabhu generally only Prabhu. Prabhu kahe. Right? Say in all Chaitanya Charitamrita, Prabhu kahe, Prabhu kahe, Prabhu kahe is how it will come. Right? So everyone will call Mahaprabhu as Prabhu. Anyway, so coming to the point, so when Nimai Pandit was speaking, so everyone went away because instead of talking about Panini's Ashtadhyayi, he was constantly chanting the holy name of Hari. So he Harinamamrita Vyakaranam, right? So he was teaching Harinamamrita Vyakaranam. So this is the nature of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So if I want to meditate on the quality of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what should I meditate? There are millions of his qualities, right? But because this is one of the king verses of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it is not incorrect to say that the foremost thing we have to meditate when we think of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is that he is constantly glorifying Krishna only and talking about Krishna only and nothing else. Save and except Krishna, madly describing Krishna, he doesn't perform any other activity. That is his only occupation. So someone who's coming in this Chaitanya Parampara, who's saying, I will give you the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what must be his quality? Sada Krishnam Varnayati. If he is saying anything else other than Krishna, out of any reasons, that means he has not inherited the madness of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That means he is not coming in the dhara. Dhara means the same, the line, that river that is flowing from the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He does not flow through me. Is it not? So Sada Krishnam Varnayati is the nature of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So anyone, a disciple coming in the Gaudiya Parampara, also must carry the same mood of madness of only talking about Krishna and nothing else. Not out of a strategy, I will have a strategy and speak about something. No. A devotee does not have a strategy. That is his strategy. He doesn't have a strategy for preaching also. Why? He doesn't preach by planning, or of course he has planned, that is there. But not like, I will do this, I will do that. A devotee is helplessly talking about Krishna. He is helplessly talking about, he cannot but talk about Krishna only. That is his disease. Why do I say disease? Because he is not at ease. He is not at ease. If he is at ease, why will he talk about Krishna? He will be peaceful in meditating in one place. So he is diseased. He is not at ease. Talking about Krishna continuously. So this incarnation, so this comes in Srimad Bhagavatam. It is a conversation between Nava Yogendra and Nimi Maharaja. So Nava Yogendras there are 9 rishis, very beautiful chapter, beautiful nectarian chapter. If you have a chance to actually touch this chapter, very nice chapter, please read this. Comes in the 11th canto, the 9th canto. So please read this, very nice chapter. And this is where it comes. Krishna Varnam Tusha Krishnam. So he's talking about the different incarnations of the Lord, but this incarnation, this incarnation is Channa Avatara. Channa means hidden. So usually Krishna is called Triyuga. Triyuga means one is God, who is appearing in only 3 yugas, Satya, Treta, Dwapara. So, which means Krishna doesn't appear in Kali Yuga. But there is this channa. Channa means what? Achadanam. Covered. Channa. Channa means to covered. So this yuga is covered. So whenever this yuga avatara, Mahaprabhu used to be called as Vishnu, he also used to channa, used to cover his ears. Because he's a covered avatara, he used to cover his ears. Don't call me as Krishna, Shri Vishnu, Vishnu, Vishnu. Hari, Hari, Hari. Don't call me as Krishna. Like I was telling Prabhu, yesterday. So Rupa Goswami composed a very beautiful verse. Because Ramananda Rai is asking, who is your Ishtadev? Tell me the Ishtadev of your Lalita Madhava, Vidagdha Madhava book. So Rupa Goswami has written a very beautiful work, Vidagdha Madhava. And when he's having Vidagdha Madhava, so the Ramananda Rai is asking Rupa Goswami Path, please tell me your Ishtadev of this Vidagdha Madhava book. And Chaitanya Prabhu is very eagerly hearing. And when he's hearing, he's telling a very beautiful verse. This person, who has, coming Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Nama. And when he heard this, Hari, 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 Hari. He felt very unhappy to hear this, glorification of the Lord. Right? Who's come to this Krishna Prema Pradayate. He didn't like that. Right? So whenever he used to hear that, he used to cover his ears. So Channa Avatara, right? He's not very openly known. So this is the same thing. He is not openly declaring the incarnation of the Lord in Bhagavatam. So Sannyasa Krit. So where is the Lord as Sannyasa? Is there any incarnation? Like in Vishnu Sahasranama, we just read one proof. So many people cannot believe that Mahaprabhu is an incarnation of the Lord. No, I can agree to him as a devotee, but I cannot agree to him as the Lord. Right? Because he only appeared 500 years ago, right? So I cannot agree to him as something, as an incarnation. So Mahaprabhu says, Bhaktivinoda Thakur actually in one of his works, Krishna Samhita, says, even if you have a problem accepting him as an incarnation, you simply accept him as a devotee also and still you will make progress. That also is there. But it is very easy to understand because Vishnu Sahasranama is telling Sannyasa Krit. Now tell me an incarnation of the Lord who became a sannyasi. Tell me incarnation of the Lord who became a sannyasi. You cannot find any person. You cannot find anyone who accepted sannyasa. So that way you can understand this person is that incarnation. And also very clearly this verse is suspashtam. Krishna Varnam, he sada Krishna Varnayati. And another meaning of the word Krishna Varnam is the same category. Varna also means category. Category. So he's in the same category of Krishna, but Tvisha. Tvisha means body. Tanu, Tvisha, Vapu, all of these mean body. So Tanu, Krishna says, Janma, what is this? Avajananti ma mudaha manushim tanu mashritam. Tanum. So Tvisha, Tanu, all comes from the same root word. So Tvisha means root. Tvisha means bodily luster. Tvisha akrishnam. But he doesn't, this Tvisha is not blackish. It is a Krishnam. It is not blackish in color. A negative way of connotation. So Krishna Varnam, Krishnam Varnayati. Though is Krishnam Varnayati, is the same category as Krishna. So it's Krishna Tattva, Vishnu Tattva is not Jiva Tattva. Is Vishnu Tattva. And what does he do? Krishna Varna Dusha Krishnam Sa Anga Upanga Astra Parshadam. He doesn't come alone like Krishna when he comes. Before Krishna came, what did he do? Hey Devas, Devaganas, Devis, you all go before. I'm going to come, prepare the field. I'm going to play cricket, prepare the field, prepare the pitch. Right? Go umpire, everyone go front. The last opening batsman will come later. Right? So Krishna is saying, setting all the Devas and Devis, you go, you prepare the field. So everyone is going in the front. All the Devas and the Devis, right? So similarly, when any Lord appears, he doesn't come alone. Krishna doesn't come alone. Krishna always comes with his Parshadas, always. So never, we should not think, I'll go to Krishna, I'll sit in my house and meditate on Krishna. We need the association of devotees to worship Krishna. 100%. Only in that mood can we experience the revelation of Krishna. Right? Only in that association we can understand Bhakti Rasa. Right? That is how devotees previously worship Krishna. They do not worship alone. They always worshipped in association of devotees. Of course, we also need to worship alone. We also need to have that solitude. That time is also there. So when there are good devotees who are worshipping, doing good japa in their solitude, then when they come together, it will be nice sangha. But when devotees who are not doing their japa nicely, they are not doing their sadhana nicely, when they come together, what will be there? Politics. This person did this person did that. Why did he do like that? Why did he do this? So it becomes very bad scene. So there must, for sangha to be nice and proper, that is why Mahaprabhu had a very, very strong firewall for anyone to enter his sangha. So he did not let anyone. So there was a Brahmana who actually criticized, because he was not let into the sangha. Huh? No, not the milk drinking Brahmana. Milk drinking Brahmana was very favorable. But there was another Brahmana, he actually,
Something else happening inside.
yeah, so he actually, he was not let inside, he did not allow. So he said, actually, you know what? Mahaprabhu simply is over-exaggerating the name. So he's thinking, you are just exaggerating this. And when Mahaprabhu heard this person is, thinking that the holy name of the Lord is an exaggeration, he said, no one should even look at his face. He put an order like that. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, he had a very close association when Prabhu was talking about the milk drinking Brahmana. So Swarup Damodar thought this milk drinking Brahmana is a Naishthika Brahmachari. He simply drinks milk only. Such a Sattva Guna Spurti is there. So maybe he is allowed, So Mahaprabhu usually does not like. Swarup Damodar said, you simply stay in the corner, right? Don't say anything, don't make a noise. You simply observe the pastimes of Mahaprabhu in Shiva Sangan. Don't say anything, right? And this milk drinking Brahmana was there, and Mahaprabhu was dancing that day in the night. It's starting, but you're drilling the bore well, but water is not coming, right? What is this? You're drilling the bore well, usually water comes very easily, right? You're chanting japa, but it's not happening. Why something is not happening? The right person or wrong person is there in the room. So Mahaprabhu said, something is wrong. What is wrong? Some black sheep. Right? Who is there? Right? So the person came, Swarup Damodar said, yes, this milk drinking Brahmana is there. Right? This is the reason, So then he censured, chastised. Do you think simply drinking milk is the qualification? Being in Sattva Guna is the qualification to receive my mercy? You are not allowed. Get out. So this Brahmana was very humble Brahmana. He did not say, hey, I'm a very great tapasvi, I'm a great Naishthika Brahmachari. How dare you get me out? Very, very humble. Very, very meek and humble. And because of his humility, he also got admittance gradually. Right? He did not complain. He did not say, how dare. So seeing that mood, Mahaprabhu always likes humility. That's what we see in Prataparudara's pastime. We see this in milk drinking Brahmana pastime. We see this in all pastimes. Wherever there is humility, dainya, Mahaprabhu likes that. There is another verse, I forgot that verse, very nice verse. Dainya Pradhanika. So he says two things. Mahaprabhu likes two things, he says. Right? One is his Vairagyara Pradhan, he says in Raghunath Das Goswami. And another place he says, Dainya Pradhanik, right? Which means who was very, very humble. Mahaprabhu likes those devotees. So he did not think, I am very great. Anyway, coming to the point. What was I talking? Sada Krishna Varnayati Sangopangastra Parshadam. So Swarup Damodar, everyone comes along with his associates. So similarly, when Mahaprabhu comes, he does not come alone. So Sa Anga Upanga Astra Parshadam. Sangopanga Astra Parshadam. So he comes with his associates, Parshada, Anga and Upangas. The Angas are basically the Panchatattva. And Upanga are all the Parshadas. That's why we read Chaitanya Charitamrita. So Chaitanya Charitamrita is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So you cannot separate Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from his Anga and Upanga. That's like you cannot separate Veda from the Anga and Upanga. Veda also has Anga and Upanga. This is like to understand the Veda Shabdam. You need Mimamsa, you need Jyotisham, you need all these things. Then only you can establish the meaning of the Vedas. If I simply say, like Max Muller or these common modern people, like, Deepak Patnaik, what is his name? Devadat Patnaik. There are many people modern days. So they try to establish the meaning by simply themselves, but it has Anga and Upanga. Everything has got Anga and Upanga. So this word always comes, Sangopanga, Sangopanga, Sangopanga. Sangopanga means Sa Anga Upanga. So from Veda Sanga Upanga, Krishna also comes with Anga Upanga. He also comes with Astra. Similarly, Mahaprabhu also comes with this Sangopanga. So, of course, Chandrasekhar Acharya, Ramananda Roy, so many devotees we can see who comes, and all these Vaishnava bhajans we are singing, Chaitanya Charitamrita is about Sangopanga, Astra Parshad, and also comes with this Astra, and this Astra is not like Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, not that type of Astra. What is Astra? This Astra is the holy name of the Lord, Sankirtana, holy name of the Lord, and Krishna Vak, the message of Krishna. The message of Krishna is the Astra he comes with. Because if Krishna takes the Astra to destroy the demons, then there is no end in Kali Yuga, because everyone is a demon. This is what Nityananda Prabhu said when he's going to kill Jagai and Madai. If you take this Astra to kill Jagai and Madai, then you have to kill everyone, my Lord. So better not do that. This is not possible. So the Astra we need to have is the holy name, So this is the Astra he came with. Sangopanga Astra Parshadam Sankirtana Prayahi. So this Astra is Sankirtana Praya. Praya means what? Majority. This is the major thing. Do Sankirtana. Sankirtana means not just Kartal and this thing alone is not Sankirtana. So Mahaprabhu is establishing the Sankirtana. What is this? Glorifying the Lord. Prem Nam Sankirtan. To glorify the Lord. To glorify the Lord. This desire, this greed to Krishna. Amazing Krishna. This affection for the Lord, and that is motivating you to glorify Him. That is the Astram. That is the Astram. Sankirtana Prayahi Yajanti. Yajanti means people who are very, very sumedha. Medha means, Prabhupada said, brain substance. Medha means intelligence. Sumedha saha. So if you are an intelligent person in Kali Yuga, according to Nava Yogendras, what should I do? I must perform a yajnam.